Looks right to me.
Doesn't look right to me.
2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
A soaring CN Tower, and a chance now to see how teams are faring across the league. Here's the latest edition of the Power Rankings. They're obviously disappointed with how things are going. Momentum working right now against them.
Well, I think for the Spurs, they have just done a magnificent job of building chemistry. Higher on this list than many people expected. One of the great stories thus far.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. They've got Drummond. Draymond Green is out there with Aaron Gordon. Then there's Irving. And it's Clarkson in at the 2. And for the Raptors, they've got Porter. Jackson is out there with Levine. And there's JaVale McGee. And it's Ibaka in at the 4 slot. Clarkson with the ball. Now defended by Levine. And the basket by Gordon.
Boy, how about Aaron Gordon stretching the floor with his shooting at this point? He knew that was an important element to add to his game.
And a tough season a year ago for Aaron Gordon, Doris. Fell short of the output he had the last few years and had a tough time hitting from the outside.
Look, Greg, you're an former NBA player, so you know the history here. Trying to find a rhythm while fighting through injuries is very difficult to do. This guy's got unbelievable athleticism. He's sharpening his skills. I think it's just a matter of time for Aaron Gordon.
And one thing that's great about Draymond, you can run the offense through him. Last year, he averaged just as many assists as rebounds.
Right, Greg, and obviously he has to be surrounded by great shooters because that vision is there, and he can throw every type of pass. He's extremely unselfish, but guys have to deliver on the catch.
And that one's good by Porter.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Shoots from the elbow, and it's Irving missing. Raptors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, Greg Popovich and I talked for a few minutes. Coach was saying that he feels Zach LaVine is still underrated as a star in this league. Coach said when LaVine gets going, there's just no way to stop him. He's one of the most natural scoring threats in the league. They certainly will respect LaVine's explosive offense tonight. Guys?
Thank you, David. And here are the Raptors now, following the 3-pointer by San Antonio. Jackson passes to Levine.
Well, in a screen and roll situation, Zach makes the right decision.
And it's Irving with the ball for San Antonio. This, their first look at this year's Toronto squad. Green passes to Gordon. Clarkson against Levine. Banked in off the glass. Clarkson's got 5 now. Greg, the 2 words you and I don't like the most in this game, load management. Why do we see more of it now than when you played in the game?
A couple things. I think sports science has evolved, and I've talked to a ton of coaches about this. The reality is that now they don't determine whether or not a guy's going to play. It's going to be the people that work with the strength and conditioning. They determine if a guy is ready to go. Secondly, I would also say the contracts now, the investments that teams have in these assets, you want to try to prolong their careers as long as possible. And so I think it's a smart move from an investment standpoint.
You bring up some great points. Here's Jackson following the 3-pointer by San Antonio. Just 3 to shoot. Here's Ibaka, and that one hits back iron. Spurs leading by 5. Guys, this offense very effective.
And guys, the defense has been no match. They've just picked them apart.
Gordon finds Green. Over Jackson. It's JaVale McGee with the rebound.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Porter passes to Levine. Jackson looking it over. And the Raptors miss again. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Spurs lead by 5. We'll be... for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And taking a look at San Antonio's performance here, what do you think they've been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
And why wouldn't they? You see their effectiveness in the open floor. Very difficult to slow down.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second, they've got Jordan Clarkson. Green is out there with Andre Drummond. Then it's Aaron Gordon, and it's Irving at the 1.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick, a shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
Offensive rebound, and it's sent back by Drummond.
A high motor keeps Drummond engaged defensively. He doesn't want to let any shots go in.
McGee against Clarkson. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
You can tell when he steps to the line the kind of confidence he has in himself. It's written all over his body language.
Pass to Jackson. Inside. Here's Ibaka. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson, using his poise and vision to make a play.
Clarkson passes to Drummond. Outside, Green. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Porter against Gordon. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
And at 6'10", Porter is a threat to score inside, which is why the defense trying to rough him up a bit.
And Porter drops them both. And so it's Irving. He brings it up for San Antonio. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Here's Drummond. Goes back up, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself. And for players like Andre Drummond, sometimes it's a paradox. Great individual rebounding doesn't always translate into great team rebounding.
That almost sounds, Greg, counterintuitive, right? Because you wonder, is it a lack of boxing out? So if they don't get it, an opponent does. What is clear unequivocally, though, there is more to team success than individual numbers.
Here's Irving. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
This, to me, is where Levine's length can be a major advantage. Nice job attacking on the painted area.
Outside Irving. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Shots good by Clarkson.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and coach knows it.
Well, the best players, to me, deliver night after night after night. So as long as he's hot, keep riding it.
On the wing, Jackson. To the middle. They get a hand on it. Stolen by Clarkson. 4-on-3 break. And it's blocked by Ibaka.
Boy, great extension from Ibaka. His length always a factor.
Bounce pass from Drummond.
And got off to a good start offensively in this game, but have lost a little bit of their touch here in this quarter.
Jackson against Green. Bean passes to Porter. 5 to shoot, and that one good.
A pure shooter who's also efficient. Porter nearly automatic from mid-range.
Jackson against Irving. Pass to Clarkson. And a close game so far through the first two. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, a pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. The deepest hole they got themselves into in the opening. Thanks for joining.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done in this game.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through two quarters? He has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
Michael Porter's out there with Ibaka. And there's JaVale McGee. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Passes to Jackson. Here is Ibaka. He's covered by Clarkson. Pulls up on the elbow. Rebound San Antonio. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota where they'll take on the Timberwolves. That'll be game 2 of 4 straight on the road. Baseline jumper. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
Come on, that is remarkable work from Kyrie. Ridiculously crafty at how he gets into the defense and draws the foul.
Raptors trail by 8. Now here's Jackson. No points in the game yet for him. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Andre Drummond picks one up.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
Spurs leading by 6. Irving with the ball. He has 5. There's the pass to Clarkson. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. McGee with the block. Here's LaVine. Can't hit that one. And it's the Spurs taking it the other way. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Clarkson against Jackson. Lobbed up there for Drummond. And it's Toronto with the rebound. McGee's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, good to hear from you. Now, Zach LaVine has become a star, but he knows there's still work to be done. He said, I'm stepping into a leadership role, asking more of myself and giving more each year. You've got to look at your faults. I have to continue to improve my defense. I want to help us make the playoffs. My next step as a player is winning. Guys, back to you.
Great attitude. David, thank you. Right side, Irving. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Well, they have the advantage, but you still feel like this guy needs to find a way to get himself going.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe. The Raptors shooting their 7th free throw attempt here.
And when you look at their numbers from a season ago, 80% as a unit, that's something you'll be happy with.
And here's Clarkson. 14 points for him.
And what a unique career Serge Ibaka has had. Some incredible totals for him over the course of his career.
That's right, Greg. I mean, I think people would be shocked to know Serge Ibaka was the first player ever to make 500 threes and have 1,500 blocks. Hard to imagine nobody had ever accomplished that feat. Give credit to Ibaka. He changed his offense and added the 3-ball.
And the slam dunk by McGee.
And you could see him give a little nod and then just burst to the rim for the alley-oop slam.
A pair of teammates, Greg, with a terrific feel for each other. Irving passes to Drummond. And it's good, 2 points. And the Spurs lead by 4.
Hey, that's Drummond. Throwback center who does almost all of his damage inside.
Back to Jackson. 47 seconds left in the third quarter. And the jam by Levine.
This guy has got an insane vertical. Levine, no doubt.
Spurs have gone an even 50% from the floor here in the third quarter. 4 of 8. Pass to Irving. Some solid defense there from Jackson.
Well, we didn't see the same kind of control we're used to seeing from him. This guy is usually a tremendous finisher.
With a tie, it's hauled in by Gordon.
Listen, he can make that shot right there, but I do know they have other options they can go to.
Here's Irving, and it's blocked by Ibaka. Now Jackson for the lead. And Serge Ibaka, the bucket on the assist by Jackson. Jackson's got his 6th assist on the night. We're at the end of the third, and we've still got a... And now a sneak peek into the huddle with Greg Popovich.
The only difference is competitiveness.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court right now for the Spurs. Clarkson is out there with Kyrie Irving. And there's Gordon. And it's Green. And it's Drummond in at the 5, roaming the paint. It's stolen by Green.
And that's only his first miscue of the night. He's been unbelievably steady so far.
Jackson against Irving. And that one drops for him.
You know, you have to like that he's still getting quality touches and delivering now after getting blanked in the first half.
Here's Levine. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Elite athleticism. Levine able to go up, take the hit, and convert.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the second half.
On its way from Irving for 2. Clarkson. They get the rebound. Here's Drummond. McGee with the block. And he gets it back.
Yeah, stiff defense gives Drummond some trouble on that shot, but he stays cool and gets a trip to the line.
And both free throws good for Drummond. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Toronto Raptors. Porter kicks to Jackson. Raptors moving the ball around. Porter dishes to Jackson. Kick out to Levine. And the 3 off target. The Spurs have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Irving with it. Guarded now by Jackson. San Antonio again missing. And for the Raptors, they're shooting 55% from the floor. They're feeling very confident offensively.
Draymond Green twice on the pipe, sends it right back to the shooter.
Drummond finds Clarkson. Back to Drummond. Nice D from Levine. And so here's Toronto. And it's good off the back rim and in. And the Raptors lead by 2.
Such a clutch shooter. This guy lives for these kinds of moments and delivers.
Pass to Irving. A 3-ball. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's Ibaka, and oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. And it goes on Draymond Green.
Boy, you love how Ibaka gets a little nasty down on the block. Excellent at putting the defense in a tough spot. Now, this guy has a reputation for being a great free throw shooter, and you've got to knock him down. He does it here.
Irving surveying the floor. To the inside, Clarkson. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but drew contact. He'll head to the line.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
And now down to a 1-possession game. Those foul shots, huge.
Lobs it up for Ibaka. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
How about the experience that Ibaka
Here's Irving. Sinks that one from the post. Irving's got 9 points here in the second half.
Guys, it doesn't get much bigger than that. Irving coming up huge right there with the bucket.
Here's Levine. Rebound Andre Drummond. Drummond's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. Irving for 3. Hits the three-point bomb. Irving's got 7 now in this quarter. We've seen some great competition in this one.
Yeah, 7 already in the game, and I think it shows you how well these two teams match up with one another.
Got it. Nice one there from Levine.
This guy is big time, unafraid in the moments that matter most. Levine, big time.
Irving against Jackson. It's in!
And that one sends the bench into a frenzy.
I'll tell you, these guys have worked so hard together. Everyone pulling in the same direction. Beautiful to watch.
Toronto calls timeout. They're trailing by 1. There's 49 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. And now let's take a look at the New Balance player of the game, Jordan Clarkson.
And he's just been crushing it from the field tonight, Kevin. Whether it's been on open looks or with the guy draped all over him, he just hadn't missed much. With his percentage in the sky-high range, they've had no choice but to make him their #1 option on every trip.
He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, during that break, Coach Nick Nurse talked to his team. He told them, hey, this game is there for you, but we got to go get it. 50-50 balls, getting to the basket. We have to give it all right now. Kevin?
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
Well, an NBA champion. That's what we can say about Kyrie Irving. This guy embraces the challenges and loves the spotlight. Well, it's about the little details. Capitalize at the free throw line, add to your lead.
And the Raptors call time here. They trail by 6. There's 25 seconds left in the game. There's 25 seconds left to play here in the fourth. So it's San Antonio now, and so they choose to intentionally foul. It's the first. That makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here. So now it's an 8-point game. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's Watanabe. Good. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5. And that's an intentional foul.
No choice but to foul there, but he's probably the last guy you want to see on the line.
He drops the first one, and that increases their lead to 6. And so he drops them both. It's a 7-point game. 12 seconds left in the fourth. Outside, Levine. A three-pointer off the mark. Now, here's Clarkson. And so it's the Spurs with the win. David, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll